What is the question? I want to know.
Oh, we have a question for you. Oh, actually, I think I know this person. His name is Evan. Yeah, and here's the question. My wife and I got engaged in 6 weeks and married in 6 months. Wedding co-officiated by Rabbi Bernath. Yes, I do know them. Many couples date way too long. For instance, my cousin is getting married this year and has been with his fiancée for 9 years now. Many other couples I know date for years and either stay unmarried or break up. How can we inspire couples to get engaged and married quicker? That is a great question.
I love this question. And so cool that you know the listener. That's really awesome. And that you married them. How many weddings have you done, right? Rabbi?
What?
Rabbi and I did a wedding together. That was great. How many weddings have you done? Do you have a count on that?
Oh, I have no idea. I think I did 42 last year.
You really are the love rabbi. How could you not embrace that title? That's so you. Okay.
I should just embrace it. And I think this summer, I don't think I have a Sunday available this summer.
I mean, maybe we should call it the wedding rabbi. Maybe you shouldn't be called the love rabbi. You should be called the marriage rabbi.
I'll tell you the truth. I have never met a wedding I didn't love.
Oh,
I love weddings.
Yeah, there's something special. I mean, especially if you do them. I'm sure you like them. Okay. Let's get serious for a minute. Let's go back to the question. How can we inspire people to get married on a shorter timeline is the question. So first of all, marriage many years ago went out of style. Like a color goes out of style, like a piece of clothing can go out of style. Marriage went out of style. It was no longer the popular thing to do. And everybody jumped on the single train, like get a job, get a degree, get a life. Yeah. And it was like, get married and like, whatever, later. That's just what the reality was. And it's kind of what the reality is. Although I think Rabbi, you and I are making waves and disrupting the pattern, and we are bringing marriage back in style. And if that's not true, I'm going to believe it until it actually happens, because that's how I manifest things.
It's definitely true in our world. No question.
It's true in our world. So how do we motivate, inspire people to get married sooner? First of all, if you are married, you need to be a living example of why it's great to be married. There's problems, there's challenges, there's this. Yeah, great. That's the real side of any life. Forget about marriage, work, job, anything in the world. There is an amount of challenge that comes with it. But why do it when we don't advertise what's awesome about it? What's awesome about not living alone? What's awesome about having a life partner? What is wonderful about growing? What is wonderful about becoming who you need to be with that other person by your side? And yeah, of course there's challenges. Like, what do you think? I'm not human? Of course I'm human. That's the way that it works. So my number one answer is show how much you enjoy your marriage. Talk about it. Be public about it. I mean, you don't have to go screaming from the rooftops if you're not a matchmaker, but you should just inspire the people in your world.
And why not? Why not scream from the rooftops?
You can too.
And why not become a matchmaker?
Also, you can do that as well. Everybody has the potential to be a matchmaker. You don't have to be a professional matchmaker. You can just volunteer and do it. But just praising marriage, loving marriage, desiring marriage, that really has a powerful effect. And not just on everybody else in the world. It's going to have that powerful effect for your children. I think that that's something significant.
Most importantly.
Yeah, that you can influence your inner circles and show that this is something worth aspiring to. I really think that that's number one. I'm trying to think of how else can we motivate them? For somebody that's lived together for 9 years, they have all of the challenges and none of the benefits. Through marriage, that is the vehicle to bring all the blessings that are going to shower down upon somebody is when they're actually married. in the modern world, you get tax benefits, right? Like I talk about the spiritual world, which is the blessings that funnel in. You want to talk about what funnels in? You can get a tax break for living with another human being and being married to them, for you picking them and them picking you. The government actually cuts you a break and tries to make life a little bit easier to live together and to make it happen. So I think that that's the spiritual side and the physical reality side. I'm making it very simple. This is like, Aleeza, I'm not getting married for tax benefits, although there's plenty of people that do. But
Or
that's
for a green card.
Okay, that's another thing. That's
Anyway.
Rabbi, that's a whole nother podcast.
Okay, sorry, I didn't say that. But I like what you said before, and I wanna to champion that a second. That so often married people don't realize when they're venting to their single friends about the issues in their relationship, they're actually turning them off from marriage.
Yeah.
A friend of mine used to call it the mother-in-law syndrome, where the daughter goes to her mother complaining about her marriage, and all she hears about this terrible son-in-law and never hears the good, because she's not going back to her mom and saying when things are amazing. So all the mother knows is this terrible person who married my daughter. You have to be careful. I think a lot of married people, you need your friends. You need to have someone to talk to, and you're venting to your single friend about how difficult it is, and you're joking about it, and as a result, they're getting turned off. And on top of that, our society, like you said before, and I really want to echo that, is so against marriage. Think about all of the movies and the whole pop culture references to marriage, ball and chain, and the old maid, and the da-da-da, and the this and the that and the other thing. It's all surrounded around. We're so inundated with these anti-marriage sentiments in our society.
Rabbi, we need to come up with all the pro-marriage slogans.
Yes.
Like making marriage great again. We have to come up with sorry about that reference, but we have to come up with all
something is going to be catchy. I agree. We need a good PR team to work on marriage, because marriage.
Oh, that's us. We are the PR team, Rabbi. We're not handing this out. We can do this. This is I'm taking this as a challenge. Thank you to the questioner, to the listener who asked this question. I am taking this as a personal challenge to get rid of things like the old ball and chain and replace it with the.
We got to think of what we can do that.
Yeah. Don't start Googling it now. Don't start playing.
I want to think of that. Now I'm really inspired. I want to think what can we replace it with? Because it really, you watch the movies, you see the shows, you read the papers, and it's always this negative kind of, oh, poor, he settled down.
Right. Settling down instead of settling up. I've heard you say that before, right? How about settling up?
What do you mean? Like how terrible? Oh, and all the jokes around it, right? This guy comes over to me the other day and he says, the 3 rings of marriage? I'm like, what are the 3 rings of marriage? The wedding ring, the engagement ring, and the suffering. Like, really?
Wait, Rabbi, I'm so sorry. We have to collect all of the negative ones that we know. ChatGPT can help us with this. And then we need to create all of the positive ones to counteract that, like the medicine for the problem. We have to create the antidote. Okay. I'm serious. This is no. This is a part of solving the problem, and we are going to help this listener to solve the problem. They have to promote marriage by talking about marriage, by talking about the good things. There's good and bad. Everybody knows that. You're not going to fool them just by saying the good things. You're going to also share that there's challenges, of course, but you're going to talk that there are good things, and you're going to show people what is great about your marriage. And we are going to come up with all of the pro-marriage slogans that over the next decade that we are going to infuse the world with. And that is going to create. This is a personal challenge, Rabbi. I'm like, I'm on fire about this.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, so I want to give you and us a blessing that we will redefine marriage and remarket marriage for the greatest good, so that people can see the blessing that it is and choose to engage in it at a much sooner time.
Amen.